So you decided to start your own blog. Now you're trying to figure out how to choose the best blogging platform. Hey, what's going on? This is Dorico Cherry from DoricoCherry.com, and in today's short training video, I'm going to be tackling this question and hopefully help you set it up right. Okay, so what platform should you start your blog on? Well, that depends, depending on what your goals are. If your goals is to generate leads, if you want to make sales, if you want to brand yourself online, then you want to go the self-hosted route. You know, if you're just casually, blogging and you're not really interested in building a business, or you're not really interested in making sales or generating leads, then you want to go the free route, Now, there's some pros and cons to each one of these. Now, if you go to self-hosted route, which is what I highly recommend, you have total control over this. This is my number one way. I highly recommend that you actually do this. Go to self-hosted route if you're really serious about building your business online. If you look at any influencer, anybody that's really crushing it online, they all have self-hosted WordPress sites. They don't use any of the free stuff. Now, that actually leads me into, sites that you actually want to avoid. You want to stay away from places like Blogger, places like Wix, and even WordPress.com, because the biggest problem with the free sites, even though they're free, which is, I guess you can use that as kind of I guess that's a positive thing, that they're free. But the biggest issue with using sites like that is that you're very limited on functionality. You don't own. It's kind of like your Facebook profile. You just go and register and they give you a blog, and you go and register on Facebook and they just give you a profile, but it's not really yours. If Facebook decides to shut you down, they can do that. They can terminate your account. Same thing with like Blogger, Wix, and WordPress.com. If you do something to violate the terms of service, they can actually shut you down for that type of stuff. So imagine if you've been, say if you're using Blogger and you've been blogging for, a couple years, and all of a sudden you put something out and you actually violate their terms of service, and then they say, well, nope, we're not going to allow it, and totally lock you out your account. Then what are you going to do? You're going to pretty much be screwed if you use that free service. So to prevent that, you want to make sure you go to self-hosted route. And the thing with the free sites is, like I said, you're limited on the plugins, you're limited on the opt-in forms that you can use, you're limited on creating sales funnels. You just really want to avoid it if you're really serious about building your brand online. Now, self-hosted, to get started with that, I highly recommend you use a site, something like GoDaddy, HostGator, or even SiteGround. Those are probably my three top places that I would suggest, from a cost standpoint, and really great customer service. You really can't go wrong with any three of those. When I first got started online, I actually used GoDaddy for years, for a long time. I used GoDaddy. Just recently, at the time of this video, that I actually switched over to a different hosting provider. But GoDaddy, HostGator, SiteGround, bar none, just getting started. Couple bucks a month. I think I was paying like $7 or $8 a month to actually run the website. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you got some value out of it. I hope it helped you choose the best blogging platform for your business. And if it's to generate leads and to make sales and to build a brand online, I hope you decide to go the self-hosted route. So I hope you enjoyed this training. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave me a comment below and feel free to share this around. And if you want some additional training or want to be notified of when I release new stuff, make sure you subscribe, and connect with me here on my blog at DoricoCherry.com. And just for doing that, you're going to gain access to my free audio, 13 ways to generate leads online for your business. I hope you're having an awesome day. We see you in the next video. Take care.